What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Overwatch Observers Podcast, Episode 2. I'm your host, Dom. With me, my co-host, Mike, and my co-host, John. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So, I want to say it's recently, but it's not so recent. We've been having this issue with people complaining about the voice acting in the game.
Let me guess. Specifically, Tracer's accent.
Yeah, exactly. Tracer is the biggest one. There's some other people complaining, about some of the other ones, and Reinhardt's his German accent and Hanzo's Japanese one and stuff. It's just I don't know. I don't have an issue with it. Do you is this an issue to you guys?
I haven't had any. Nothing's bothered me about it so far.
I mean, it's clearly not a genuine accent, right?
Probably not. No.
It's very over stylized, but this entire game is over stylized. The art style is over styled. The accents are over styled.
Yeah, I'm terrible at accents, but I mean, nothing's bothered me about it. Whatever, it's a character.
Yeah, I think she sounded just fine. I mean, it's kind of cartoony anyway. It's almost expected to have that kind of over the top sort of voice acting.
I mean, it's gotten to the point, especially a lot of British people, they have an issue with the accent. It's gotten to the point where they're like, I don't even want to play the class. I don't want to play that character.
All right, you got to stick up your ass because it doesn't sound like it's a real British accent. Well, what year, first off, does this game take place in? A couple hundred years in the future?
Yeah.
Something like that?
The future of Earth.
Okay, so it's the future of Earth. So we're going to say 200 years. Well, probably not, but give that a round ballpark. That is enough time for regional accents to change. For different slang, different sayings, and just all kinds of other things to mix and twist around, and just people will sound different. If you go 200 years in the past, I guarantee you a British accent is going to sound different than a British accent today.
Yeah.
And if you go 500 years in the past, you probably won't understand English very well because certain slang sayings will just go right over your head.
Yeah, you'll go there and say a sentence to them, and they'll look at you funny.
And you will say, it went right over my head, and they'll look at you funny because I don't think the term had any meaning in 1500. I could be talking out my ass, but that's, the whole general thing.
Your wife is in chat with us right now, Omikins, and she knows because we do TV show podcasts together. She knows that I dislike British accents in general, right? I lose. I don't know. It's like when the TV show is it's full of British accents. I tend not to watch it. The accents distract me. I'm not taking away from it. It's just my personal preference. So movies like 28 Days Later and different things like that, I couldn't get into them. And but then you take characters like, look at I know when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out, for example, Fitz and Simmons, their accents were very heavily ridiculed. And they're more Americanized. They're not genuine British accents.
Okay.
I thought they were fine. I could get through that. That it's not that I dislike it. It's whatever. It's just because the entire show is not a British accent. It's just those two characters. So when it's taken in stride like that, it's just a couple characters. I could deal with it just fine.
Yeah.
So. But I don't have an issue with Fitz and Simmons. Did you guys have any issues with their characters? John, I don't know if you watch S.H.I.E.L.D., but yeah.
No.
Honestly, accents in TV shows or games don't bother me at all unless they make it impossible to understand the character without subtitles.
Right, and or if they're a horribly racist caricature or something like that.
Right,
yeah.
Then I have an issue with it. Those just those two situations.
Yeah, but this isn't either case. I don't think. At least I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I like. There's one scene in the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall with Paul Rudd, where Paul Rudd is talking to the singer in that movie, and the singer's got a very Australian accent, and
Yeah.
Paul Rudd goes,
God, he did it.
and it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, it's so bad that like I have to laugh at it. And
Yeah.
I mean, Tracer, I don't think Tracer is bad, and it's not that I have to laugh at it. I enjoy it because it's a little off the wall. It's over stylized.
Mhm.
You know. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys in chat think? Like, do these accents bother you guys?
From what they're talking about in chat, I don't think it bothers them.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got some hands-on time with Tracer at BlizzCon this last year.
Ditto.
The class is a lot of fun to play. Even if the class didn't speak, I would still play it. The voice didn't detract from my gameplay.
Yeah,
It's
the voice
just in,
is
like,
not going.
these opening cinematics and stuff that you see.
Right.
It did not detract from my experience whatsoever. Nor will it in the future.
Yeah. General
And that's-
consensus in chat is saying Tracer's not bad at all. I love the Brits. I don't care. It's a game. Well,
And I mean, really,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my opinion. That's nothing's going to change my opinion on that.
And you might even be able to turn like your own character's vocalizations off in the options. We don't even know.
That's
You can just, if
possible,
it
too.
bothers you that much, check a box and it could be gone. So
Yeah, Wraith Faye in chat is saying it would only bug me if it was supposed to be an accurate historical representation.
Which it's
I
not.
do agree with.
right.
You know?
And it can't be an accurate historical representation because it's taking place in the future. And
Sure,
it's
yeah.
for I doubt it's going to be an accurate future representation.
Yeah. Yeah. In other news, though, still kind of related, Tracer just recently on Twitter yesterday, very recently actually, Jason Bischoff was saying that the first round of production sample of Tracer is out, and they show this nice picture to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's looking pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can actually pre-order the statue right now on the Blizzard website.
For the low price.
Low price of $150.
Well,
And,
mind you, I think didn't they have a model of this at BlizzCon, like a preview model?
They did.
Yeah, it's the thing's about yay tall.
Yep,
And it's
10.5
big.
inches.
Oh, I was going to say
Okay.
it's about a foot tall if you can't judge from my hands, but there you go, 10.5 inches.
There you go.
And it's really well detailed. I know this because I was waiting on a line for the Blizzard store with my wife for about 10 minutes staring at the damn thing, rotating in its display case.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice model.
It is.
I don't know if I'm going to drop $150 on it, but it's a nice model.
If I won a
personally don't have
contest.
the room for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if I had
Look.
some display room,
Look at all the shelving you see behind me.
Yep.
there's so much shelving behind you.
Tons.
Mm-hmm.
My shelves are full. I mean, I have no room for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Neat.
it says on their website they'll take a $15 deposit when you pre-order it, and you have to use a credit card that is going to remain valid through July 2015. So I believe that we're not going to expect that until at least August.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They say second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter of 2015. So I mean, it looks really nice. Yeah, and I remember I was waiting in the line as well, and I was actually waiting for you to get out of the line. And,
Oh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah.
That was
And
then.
I was staring at the thing, just rotating round and round and round. And it looked really nice. It did. If I had the shelf space, if I had the money, first and foremost, if I had the money, I would grab it. But
Just throw around.
yeah, throw it around all willy-nilly. But yeah, it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
So this week we're going to go over two classes. Tracer, incidentally enough, is going to be one of them.
Figured why not? We're talking about her already.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about Tracer?
Tracer. Here we go. Her name is Lena Oxton. She's 26 from London, England, and is affiliated with Overwatch. And this is what Blizzard has released on her character. The former Overwatch agent known as Tracer is a time-jumping adventurer and an irrepressible, I almost said irresponsible, irrepressible force for good.
She's probably irresponsible as well.
She
I don't
could
know.
be. She can time travel.
Lena
Anyone
Oxton.
with the ability to time travel is a little irresponsible.
Maybe. Lena Uxton, callsign Tracer, was the youngest person ever inducted into Overwatch's experimental flight program. Known for her fearless piloting skills, she was handpicked to test the prototype of a teleporting fighter, the Slipstream. But during its first flight, the aircraft's teleportation matrix malfunctioned, and it disappeared. Lena was presumed dead. She reappeared months later, but her ordeal had greatly changed her. Her molecules had been desynchronized from the flow of time, suffering from chronal disassociation. That's a made-up thing if I've ever heard it.
Sounds like something that happens to your genitals, but anyway.
Ooh.
She was a living ghost, disappearing for hours and days at a time. Even for the brief moments she was present, she was unable to maintain physical form.
She's like Bill Cosby in Ghost Dad.
Sure. Oh my God. Overwatch's doctors and scientists were stumped, and Tracer's case seemed hopeless until a scientist named Winston designed the Chronal Accelerator, a device capable of keeping Tracer anchored in the present. In addition, it gave Tracer the ability to control her own time, allowing her to speed it up and slow it down at will. With her newfound skills, she became one of Overwatch's most effective agents. Since Overwatch's dissolution, Tracer has continued to right wrongs and fight the good fight wherever the opportunity presents itself. And that's that.
Yeah. Oh, she almost seems like the character that they started making this game, like, around her.
Yeah. It feels that way because they used a lot of like kind of familiar abilities for her. Like Blink has been a Blizzard thing since Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Since like the Warden could blink. So like they were like, okay, yeah, no. Blink fighter, got it.
Yeah, Blink is her shift ability, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, are we going over abilities?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I got this one. 4 abilities. Her main weapon is 2 pulse pistols. They fire rapid fire shots. They're basically machine pistols. They reload quickly, all that fun stuff. Blink, she zips horizontally in the direction she's moving. I tried vertically, it doesn't work, which made me very sad. I wanted to blink up.
That would be pretty. If you jump and hit shit,
doesn't work. I tried every possible way to do it. Doesn't work. So she zips in the direction she's moving, and it stores up to 3 charges, recharges every couple seconds, so you can left, right, left, forward, forward, back, whatever the hell combination you want.
What if she's falling?
It doesn't work.
So as long as you're airborne, no blinking.
Nope.
It cannot blink at all in the air?
No, you can move. You can blink in the air, just whatever direction you're moving in the air is the direction it's going to take you, and if you're not moving, it's just going to default to forward.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you're falling straight down, you're going to go forward.
Yeah.
Her E ability is Recall. She rewinds back in time, returning to the health, ammo, and position on the map where she was, I believe, about 3 or 4 seconds earlier.
Yeah, it's about 3 seconds, and this was actually really fun. I had a chance to play this at BlizzCon, and what I would do is I knew like there's a big battle going on, and I'd go around a corner, like the corner nearest the enemy team or whatever, and I'd start the ability. And I'd run like straight through them, go right behind them, and then blink back around the corner. So they're all like turning around now, like trying to find me, and I'm not there anymore. It's so good.
That's super cool.
And you have about, I think, 1.5 seconds if you chain 3 blinks together and then hit recall. You have about 1.5 seconds after the end of the 3rd blink for you to rewind back to the beginning of all of it. And this led to some crazy shenanigans, just like Dom was saying.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm shooting you. I'm going to go, this way, that way, that way. And then, they turn around to shoot me, and I'm just like, right back around them. It makes a fun sound.
Yep.
I think all your sound effects rewind, too, with you.
That's really cool.
I want to say that happens, but I don't remember for sure if it does. And her ultimate is Pulse Bomb. If you've ever played Halo, it's a plasma grenade. She lobs a large bomb that adheres to any surface or person it lands on. After a brief delay, it explodes, dealing high damage in the blast radius. She chucks this thing like a 95-year-old shot putter would chuck that 12-pound ball. When I say it has a short
95-year-old shot putter.
That's how when I say it has a short range, I mean it's like a and it goes 2 yards in front. 2 yards in front of her. It is the
very powerful,
shortest
though.
range. Yeah, if it sticks, it's an insta kill. It's an insta kill to the person it's stuck to and everybody within a few feet of them.
Huh.
It's extremely powerful, but its damage. It's got a pretty large radius explosion, but its damage, peters off very quickly.
Okay.
From the
Within
blast.
the radius.
Yeah, within the radius. So by the edge of the explosion, you're only taking like maybe 20% of your health and damage from it.
Okay. So I get the impression she kind of functions almost like the Scout does in TF2, where she's like the quick get in and get out kind of fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like she kind of wants to get in close, shoot the crap out of people, get a kill, and get the hell out.
And move quick to the objective and all that fun
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
She'll be great on a capture the flag map.
Absolutely. Just blinking, seriously. Just dip.
Yeah, definitely. And, oh, look, I'm going to blink back around the corner. Rewind back around the corner. I'm going to blink back around the corner.
Yeah, just the flanking possibilities with her seem almost insane.
Yeah, they are pretty crazy.
Indeed.
I don't know, I ended up playing Tracer more than I played any of the other characters. I was like, there's so many characters out there. But, like, Reaper was my initial, like, I want to play Reaper. I love Reaper, so I jumped into him. And then I played Tracer the second time around, and then I played Tracer for the next 3 maps, and I was like, why did I spend so much time playing Tracer? I should be playing other characters.
Yeah, I did play one full game with Tracer. Mm-hmm. And then the next time I moved on to other characters.
Yeah, I spent way too much time on Tracer. It was just so fun, though, that the teleport ability.
It's quick gameplay. It's fun gameplay. Her pistols really don't do a lot of damage. You got to get in close and unload and hit every single shot. And the squishier characters, you'll probably kill in one full volley.
Well, I don't look they hold a lot of ammo either. Like they look like they run out fairly quickly.
They hold, I want to say they hold like 20 shots, but you drain it in under 2 seconds, and they do minimal damage per shot.
Yeah.
So you're very reliant on the rate of fire.
Gotcha.
I think a whole magazine will do appreciable damage, though.
Because that was the impression that I got, that she really needed to get in there and get some meat shots and to really do any kind of damage.
Meat shots, I like it.
Meat shots, yeah.
Well, that's another TF2 term for the Scout, because that's how he wants to use his scatter gun, is get in close and shoot him in the meat.
Yeah, that's one of the few weapons where you don't go for headshots.
Yeah.
You go for center of mass with that.
You go for salami shots.
Salami shots. Salami cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies.
The other hero that we are going to discuss this week is Zenyatta, which is a support class.
Oh, I had fun with Zenyatta when I played him.
I did not. Hashtag meat shots. Yeah, chat, get that trending.
Get on it.
Get that going.
So Zenyatta, I'll go through him.
We have a question real quick. David Dresden, yes, David, wants us to know, do you remember if headshots did more damage?
Ooh, I wasn't noticing whether they did or not. I believe with certain classes, with certain heroes, they definitely will. Like Widowmaker for sure. I want to assume that, they did do more damage. I think they did.
I'm almost
I don't know.
they did. I cannot 100% confirm, but I'm about 90% sure they do. Right.
Omikins in chat is saying she played Widowmaker. I know she played the crap out of Widowmaker as much as I played Tracer. Right. She says, if she remembers correctly, headshots are insta-owies.
Yeah.
And for Widowmaker, I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. But I was, like we've been saying, I was going for center of mass shots. Maybe just have it ingrained from playing the Scout for how many years? So,
right.
I'm quick. I'm running around. I just wanted to hit. I didn't care where I hit. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, Zenyatta. Did you get some hands-on time with Zenyatta?
I most certainly did.
I unfortunately did not.
Boy.
He's an interesting support because he can actually do a decent, respectable amount of damage. Mm-hmm. But then again, so can what's her face? We talked about it last week. Name escapes me.
You mean
Symmetra. There we go.
Symmetra.
Anyway, Zenyatta. He's interesting. Plays very oddly, but yeah, straightforward. His real name is Takata Zenyatta. He is 20 years old. He is a wandering guru from the Shambhali. His base of operations is in the Shambhali Monastery in Nepal, and that's who he's affiliated with, those monks. So Zenyatta, he's a robot. He is an Omnic monk who wanders the world in search of spiritual enlightenment. It is said that those who cross his path are never the same again. Years ago, following the Omnic crisis, a group of outcast Omnic robots experienced what they described as a spiritual awakening. They abandoned their pre-programmed lives to establish a communal monastery deep in the Himalayas. After many years of meditation on the nature of existence, they came to believe that they were more than artificial intelligences and that, like humans, they possessed the essence of soul. Recognizing the spiritual equality they held with humans, the monks, led by the enigmatic robot known as Takarta Mandata, sought to heal the wounds caused by the Omnic crisis a generation earlier and bring humans and robots back into societal harmony. Their message was embraced by millions around the world, and they became global celebrities. But one monk, Zenyatta, disagreed with this new direction. He believed that the way to repair the problems between humans and Omnics was not through dogmatic teaching, but through interpersonal connection and engagement. Ultimately, Zenyatta followed his own path. He chose to leave the monastery and wander the world, helping those he meets to overcome their personal struggles and find inner peace. But when necessary, he will fight to protect the innocent, be they Omnic or human. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's a fun one.
Definitely.
So his abilities.
He looks interesting. I kind of regret not playing him.
He has 8 little balls that surround him, and these are his ammo.
Yep.
These are his own balls?
His 8 robot balls, yes.
There are 8 robot balls.
Robots have 8.
Oh,
so his main attack is Orb of Destruction. He fires one of the orbs either individually, or he can right-click to charge them up and release however many he charged after a few seconds of charging. That hurts, by the way. Getting hit in the face with all 8 balls.
Just slightly. I would not like to take 8 balls to the face. I wouldn't even want to take 1.
No.
So his shift ability is the Orb of Harmony. Zenyatta casts an orb over the shoulder of a targeted ally. So long as he remains alive, the orb slowly restores health to this ally. Only one ally can receive the orb's benefit at a time. Then there's the Orb of Discord, his E. Attaching the Orb of Discord to an opponent amplifies the amount of damage they receive for as long as Zenyatta lives. Only one can suffer the effect at a time. So, hey look, ally, you're getting healed over time, and he's getting, his face smashed in by everything that hit him. He's getting Jarrati'd, yeah. It's really what it is. Except instead of a jar of pee, it's an orb.
Yeah.
And then his ult is Transcendence. He enters a state of heightened existence for a short period of time. Basically, he can't use any abilities or weapons, but he becomes completely invulnerable, restores health quickly, and to himself and anybody near him. So it's like, look at me, and he goes all meditating monk stance and floats around the room.
Yeah, it appears that he took people with him in the video that I was just playing. Everybody froze around him that was caught in his meditative area.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I think that might have just been because they weren't using actual players to demonstrate that. I think that might have just been stationary people.
It could be, but it's a little misleading if that's not the case.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to tell because they weren't moving before he started channeling.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly how that works. But
I don't know.
But I don't know why. But he for some reason is the hero I'm the most interested in. I want to play him first when I start playing this game.
Yeah.
He's an AoE heal bot.
Just I don't know. His style is really cool to me. He's wearing pants.
Do you normally prefer support classes over straight up damage or tanks?
I mean, no, because TF2, my main is the soldier. I mean, I'm the best with the soldier. But I'm not. I also like my secondary character is really the medic. So like I like healing and I definitely like debuffing. So that's kind of why I liked him, because he could do a little bit of both. You know, he could heal and debuff, and he's definitely no slouch for damage. And his ultimate looks like it's going to be great for pushing, choke point or something.
It's going to be very good for pushing. The counter to it is high damage, like high burst damage ultimates, because he's invulnerable. Everybody else isn't.
Right.
So they're getting healed over time, but if they get hit with an insta-kill, they're still going to die.
Right. Yeah.
But for general pushing, it's amazing.
When I didn't play much TF2. I like TF2, but I didn't like it at the same time, and that's probably because I absolutely loved Team Fortress Classic. And TF2 was nothing like Classic, so it really like drove me away from the game. But in TF Classic, I played Sniper mainly, and if I wasn't playing the Sniper, I was playing the Engineer. And those two classes played very differently when they came over to TF2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I could ever play a support. I focus on numero uno.
Right.
I can't run around helping other people. That's not my style.
If you played a pre-made team, you would probably be better off with a support. I mean, it depends on the game. Some games playing solo as a support is actually good because, you're making sure the team does well, especially when you got a bunch of YOLO idiots.
I'm not saying having a support on the team is bad. I'm just saying it's not my style.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, you might change that with Overwatch because there's out of the 3 supports in there right now, they're all very different. They can all do some damage. I mean, hell, you can drop that orb of discord on an enemy and blast them yourself. You don't need someone else to help you with that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of abilities in here that do just a little bit more than support and stuff too. Because I said to myself, I'm never gonna play a MOBA, and then Heroes of the Storm comes out, and I love Heroes of the Storm.
Right.
And I've played support plenty of times, and I enjoy it. I love playing as Uther.
Yeah, exactly.
So, there you go.
And, I mean, we talked about Symmetra last week. Sure, 2 of her abilities are direct support. One's Teleporter to get people, back into the fight quicker. Oh, there's a shield. But the rest is, area denial, basically.
Yeah. They can hold their own, I think, is what... I mean, I think they kind of made it clear that they want the supports to be able to fight. Like, if they have to fight, they can fight by themselves. So, I mean, again, to go back to TF2, it's not like this. The medic with the needle gun is pitifully stupid to try to kill someone with. Yeah. I mean, the arcs on that it's ugly.
I've been medics many times.
Do they still poison the enemy?
No.
I've actually never played the medic, because I remember in Classic you get the enemy medic running into your base with the med pack, just poisoning your team, and you drop down to 1 health. You run around with 1 health until you get healed by the medic, or you find a med pack or something.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, the medic in that game needs an escort. It looks like at least most of these supports, maybe not Mercy, is the most offensively capable. She's definitely the most mobile of the supports, I think. But
yeah, because of her jumping around and stuff.
Right. She's got goddamn wings. I mean, she deserves it. But for the most part, especially Zenyatta, he looks like he can handle a fight just fine.
Well, he definitely can, as long as he keep moving. But he is also pretty squishy, from what I remember.
David Dresman in chat is saying, I wouldn't want to be on the team if Zista was support.
Do you blame him?
No. I mean, I would only be healing myself.
I don't know if Orb of Harmony works on yourself.
Probably not.
It might. I don't remember. I mean, it says on an ally, so
targeted ally.
I'm assuming not.
Based on the text, no. But I think if you don't have anybody in your crosshairs, it might auto apply to you,
which would make him pretty tanky. Maybe, unless you burst him.
It's not a super good heal over time. I know Mercy's heal is way better.
Yeah. Well, because his is kind of set and forget, so you have to kind of balance it around that.
Right.
He's like, here, orb, go.
Here, have an orb.
Yeah.
I like it.
Last week we talked a little bit about the Gibraltar map that was released at PAX, and yesterday the Overwatch page on Facebook actually uploaded a bunch of screenshots to their photo album.
Oh,
And
So many.
yeah. So they look pretty cool. It looks like we got like a rocket ship blast off here. It looks like almost like a space launch.
Yeah.
seems like it.
I think it's cutting off some of that there, but yeah, it's really cool. It looks like this is just below one of the launch platforms, like the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of see here, you get the track. This is where the payload goes.
Yep.
It follows that. It
Oh,
looks like there's little tunnels and inside stuff over here. So I really like this map. Like with this area. This looks like, I think this is like one of the starting areas, right?
Yeah.
Where
It looks like a spawn area or something like that.
I just like the tire and like all the detail. It's just like in like all these little things that are just hanging like this.
It's a free tire swing.
Yeah, that is a tire swing. I don't even know what this thing is over here in the corner. It looks like prototype gun or something.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a rocket base. I mean, who knows what kind of
If
technology you're blowing up.
Winston's tire swing. Winston's
Yeah.
That might be where he does his thing. That's his thinking swing.
Yeah, and then there's the Earth here, so we can see the scale of the Earth. I don't know exactly how far in the future we are, but Earth really hasn't changed very much. So
It wouldn't have.
No,
I mean,
no.
We don't know. We don't know.
Unless we just like blew up New Zealand for
Blew up
some
New
reason or another.
Zealand.
Looks like was that some kind of shuttle?
Yeah, it looks like probably the horizontal version of that vertical shuttle from the first picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Michael Snedicker's comment. First comment here. So just release the game.
Seriously,
that's
just please.
Yep.
Release the game.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the payload itself, so you can see that.
Oh, cool! It's like a little ship.
Yep. So that's at its start point. So you gotta bring it all the way around the track, and I think it winds 2 or 3 times after the initial bend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's not too many twists and turns. So there's a lot of straight areas that you can set things up at, but there are some surprise choke points, kind of. And it looks like there's multiple paths, so you can follow the payload out, or you can come through this door here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's just like some kind of overlooking area here. Probably a good sniper area. We'll probably see McCree up here somewhere.
Yeah, it looks like the track is kind of below that.
Yeah, the track.
That path down there,
I think
right?
that's just barely part of the track right there.
Yeah.
Jump right down on there.
Yep.
And I guess this is the enemy base where you're bringing the payload.
Yeah, the opposing teams.
Yeah. Okay. I dig it.
Yep. Yeah, so here's the payload out in the open, so you can see it kind of goes around the corner there.
Mm-hmm.
You get the comm tower, WPG, whatever. I wonder if these all mean things, because they said that they're going to hide stuff, like the story is going to be integrated into the world, and there's going to be little things like that, so I wonder if you're going to see some of this stuff, like, all add up to actually mean stuff.
Probably. Because, I mean, all the characters are from different parts of the world, so maybe in their country or area there'll be like little Easter eggs for each character or something like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all.
Yeah, so this looks like the enemy or the opposing team's spawn location. You kind of see up there they have like the overlook. Kinda.
Yeah. Probably like not going to be like a used area, but definitely.
Yeah, well there's a staircase, so.
Maybe maybe you're right.
I mean, that one area might be closed off because it kind of looks like it's more to go to the balcony on the right-hand side, but
maybe
there also appears to be a door there, so it's very possible you can access that.
Yeah.
I would assume shoot the windows out too, if that is the case.
I don't know. Do we know if there's going to be like destructible environments in this game?
I didn't run across any when I was playing.
Yeah, I didn't find any.
That's not to say that there's not going to be.
Very true. There could very well be.
Yeah.
Get some Battlefield stuff going on.
I was gonna
Get
say
the
they could pull a
forklift here.
Battlefield and have a collapsible building.
See, this room would be awesome if there was destructibles, because here's the missile room.
Yeah.
Just blow one of these up, the whole map goes kaboom.
Oh my
Say goodbye to the East Wall, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that's Hanamura. It's a different map. So, yeah, the game, I want it so bad.
I do too. God.
It just looks so nice. It really does. I just can't decide, like, the class that I'm going to play. It's really, because I thought I was going to play Reaper, and then I played Reaper, and he was like, he looked so menacing, you know, when you get there, and then he looked stronger than he was, kind of thing.
Mm.
And then it was a little disheartening, so I was like, yeah, I'm probably still going to play Reaper, but I was like, maybe I'll play Tracer. And then now McCree, we just talked about McCree last week, and it's like, I'm really leaning toward McCree. And
My spirit animal over there.
I'm just curious how these heroes are going to be released. Like, are they just going to release the game with a bunch of them and be like, okay, it's done? Or is this going to be a thing where they release heroes every so often, like Heroes of the Storm does? So.
I feel like the heroes that are there already are probably going to be shipped with the game, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because like we've had so much. We're going to have so much time to like salivate over them. Like if they hold back Winston at this point, like people are going to flip.
Yeah.
Like you're going to flip out.
Yeah, well, how many characters are on the sheet behind you, Mike? Just, do you know, off the top of your head?
15, I believe.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15, and Zarya's not on there, so she's 16.
Right. So 16 is a pretty significant number, especially for a game like this. Like, look at Team Fortress. Team Fortress doesn't have 16 playable characters.
There's 9.
You know?
9 characters. I mean, to their credit, over time, they've given how many new weapons for each slot?
Oh, tons.
To, some of them completely changed the play style. Like, look at the Demo Man.
Yeah.
The Charge and Targe and the Sword. Now he becomes a psychotic, screaming Scotsman with a claymore instead of, a bomb-wielding lunatic.
Right.
Can you switch those weapons on the fly, or you have to go to that shop, right?
You have to go to the spawn room.
The spawn room, yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, so...
In here, in Overwatch, you can switch characters on the fly, which I thought was kind of incredible. I don't know if that was just for the BlizzCon tech demo.
I think that's a part of the game. I read an interview recently that they wanted to keep it like that you can just, like, real quick just swap heroes and respawn and go.
Because I know in Team Fortress, I think even in 2, I know in Classic definitely you could switch characters, and then as soon as you could do it in like you could switch it on the spot, force kill yourself, and do like a hard reset of that character right then. It would count as a death, but you could also do one on your next death. You would respawn as so-and-so class.
Yeah, that's how it works in 2, so...
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how it works in Overwatch.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's kind of become a staple in games now, because even in like the Call of Duties or whatever, you could set predefined class setups and stuff like that, and then you could swap on the fly and things like that. So I think they would be pigeonholing themselves if they didn't do that. So
exactly.
I mean, as long as they manage the hotkeys well, they could just quick, slap 2 buttons and switch characters and know. Because the other thing is, like, there's a lot of heroes. Like TF2, it's just numbered 1 through 9, and you just press the number character you want. This game, there's going to be like, there's already 16 heroes.
Yeah,
we're out of numbers already. So, I mean, it'll also be interesting for like if there's because this is like a 6v6 game, so like for the competitive scene, people like swapping team compositions really quickly the meta is going to be pretty interesting. For sure.
That's for sure. It'd be like, oh, that's has 3 tanks. Let's get some snipers going on or something, try to pick people off in the background. And then all of a sudden, their 3 tanks are now 3 snipers, and they're out sniping you, and it's just like, oof.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting mix of things.
And it also means we'll probably see most of the characters used a lot. which I like.
Unless something's completely and ridiculously underpowered.
Yeah.
Or busted.
See, I get into this thing where I like only want to play one class, and I need to try to break out of that, because like I said, for Classic, I played, the sniper. I was almost always the sniper, and if I wasn't the sniper, I was the engineer, and very, very, very rarely would I play the scout. And I would never play soldier. I was terrible at rocket jumping. I'd always like blow myself up or shoot myself off a cliff somewhere, So I'm glad rocket jumping is not in this game.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that. I really am.
I wish I had TF2 installed just so I could see my played time for each of for each of the characters. Scout, I believe, is double everything else.
Scout, a really good scout is devastating.
I was a moderately good scout.
I was just soldier for days. I mean,
I played a little bit of everything. My least played would have to be the spy, because I'm an absolute horrible spy.
I'm a terrible spy.
It's like, no matter what I do, they always know I'm the spy. No matter how crafty I think I'm being. No. Apparently I just don't move good enough.
Omikins is saying in chat that Farah has rocket jumps.
Well, not the traditional rocket jumps where you shoot your feet and propel yourself into the air. She has like a boost, she's like a rocket jetpack thing.
Yeah, I want
herself.
Hanzo or somebody to come with a grappling hook. Just start scaling up walls.
Would like to tell you that Widowmaker, I think, has a grappling hook.
Yes, she does.
Does she?
Shift.
Yep, she does.
She launches a grappling hook to the location she's aiming at. When it connects with a scalable surface, she quickly is drawn towards it. And yeah.
Batman.
Wow. See, I never even tried Widowmaker yet.
Because I was going to say, I'm like, wait, you want a grappling hook? I'm thinking, I saw Omi do it. Well, who was she playing?
Maybe when I went to go play at BlizzCon and was even considering playing Widowmaker, the character was taken up every time. So
blame my wife.
I will blame her. So, yeah, I think that about does it for this week, though. You guys have anything else you want to add in?
Nothing.
No.
Final thoughts. Release the game already. I want it.
Yeah, that.
We're going to be saying that forever. The one thing that we do know is we're getting beta in the fall.
Yes.
So I would probably, on a safe bet, say right around BlizzCon.
Probably everyone who goes to BlizzCon is going to get beta cake, so buy your tickets.
Past few years, the past few BlizzCons, you haven't gotten beta keys for anything.
Oh. Balls.
Yeah, the last two you did not. But usually when they do that, anybody who purchases the BlizzCon live stream on DirecTV also gets access to those as well. So,
very true.
Because you get everything that comes in the goodie bag. And I'm really hoping this year, because as in World of Warcraft you get a pet, and I'm really hoping we get an Overwatch stylized Murky, Murloc, whatever. I would love an Overwatch Murky. So
keep you dressed up like Tracer.
Yep. Yeah, and Nikki says in chat that they gave out keys at PAX and stuff like that. They usually do anyway. I believe the people at PAX did they not? Am I thinking something else? I thought they got future access to Overwatch beta.
I haven't heard anything. I have no idea.
So I'm not sure. Anyway, Mike, where can people find you?
Twitter, Twitch, @Thilladrin, and also other places around the internet. It's mostly there.
Mostly those places.
Those places. John, where can the people find you?
You can find me at No More on Twitter. And if you want to watch me do some Let's Plays on YouTube, it's at Nahajm, Nhojm. Check it out.
If you guys like first-person shooters, we're kind of in the talks of getting a Left 4 Dead campaign going, so
yeah.
Be a lot of fun.
And we're not going to shoot each other in the face.
We might.
We probably will.
We're going to try not to.
You can find me down below at XIZTA with an underscore. You can also find us here on my Twitch channel at Zista, XIZTA. You can find the archived videos for this on youtube.com/deadzista. And you can also find the three of us doing podcasts for TV shows on youtube.com/ASO TV podcast for at least 10 shows a week.
Mm-hmm.
Too many shows a week.
Too many. So until next week, see you guys later.
Bye-bye.